everyone, it's Jack and Ross from Cultaholic.com. Sorry, that was a bit loud there.
How do you like your news in the morning, Jack?
Well, last time I said I like mine with a hug because it's the song, and you refused.
Can't provide that sort of thing.
The comments went, nah, Jack doesn't get any.
Do you like
hugs.
it with a kiss?
Not particularly.
Boiled or fried, you're satisfied as long as you get your news?
Should we just take a look at the,
Yeah.
the headlines then? First of all, a new match has been confirmed for NXT TakeOver New York. Secondly, WWE could still be interested in a prominent Lucha Underground star. And finally, new details have emerged regarding Vince McMahon selling his stock to fund the XFL. So first of all, it looks as though, if traditionally there's only going to be 5 matches on the NXT TakeOver New York card, it looks as though the card's now been finalised, because this week on NXT we did find out the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Classic, the tag team tournament, and they are Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Well done to them.
Yes, they defeated the Forgotten Sons in the final, and they will go on to face the War Raiders at TakeOver New York. But Ross, I ask you this, is that too predictable a match? Because
there's that little bit in the back of my head thinking, oh, if they put the NXT Tag Team Championships on the people on the main roster and have them parade them out on the main roster and go, whoa, look at this new shiny thing.
Yeah.
Go and watch that show. That might make business sense.
yes.
But yeah, it seems predictable.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think it'll still be a tremendous match.
Yeah.
It'll still be very good. The whole card looks really strong, actually.
It could be, I know we say this every time, the best ever.
It could be the best takeover ever. Obviously, the main event's Gargano versus versus Adam Cole, even for the vacant title, 2 out of 3 falls. And I've seen a few tweets in that online with people saying like, I caught Gargano versus Cole recently at a house show in Cleveland or whatever, and it was amazing. So
You'd expect that though, wouldn't you?
They're both very good.
Yeah, they are.
Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle for the North American title. Pete Dunne versus Walter for the UK title. And I'm missing one. The women's
Fatal 4-Way.
So that's Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, and Io Shirai. That's a strong card.
That's a very strong card.
It is.
2.5 hours, perfect length, none of this 8-hour bollocks, and then that's it. Fantastic.
Just a little palate cleanser before the granddaddy of them all.
The Hall of Fame.
Yes, the Hall of Fame ceremony. I think it looks like an entertaining lineup this year in the Hall of Fame for speeches and stuff.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Booker T and Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray with a live microphone. Fantastic.
So yes, Aleister Black and Ricochet, they also earned some congratulations on Twitter from Cody Rhodes, which makes a lot of sense because it's his dad's tournament and stuff. But yeah, I just do wonder if maybe, I imagine that Triple H might pitch it to Vince, let them win and let them take the tag team title.
It does make sense, doesn't it, when you look at it that way? But we also could get a debut or someone attacking them to set up a new feud for the War Raiders going forward.
Yeah.
We never know, so lots of avenues that could go down.
Still very excited for the show. Next up, Dave Meltzer mentioned on the Wrestling Observer Radio yesterday when he was talking about, because all those Lucha Underground wrestlers have won their...
There was 4 of them got released from their contracts a couple of days ago. Joey Ryan is one of them. This man is one of them. Eve Elise was another one of them, and I've forgotten the 4th one.
Okay, excellent. But I was hoping you'd remember, because I knew those 3 and I couldn't remember the 4th. But luckily, the story is about one of them. King Cuerno, or as he's known outside of WWE, outside of Lucha Underground, El Hijo del Fantasma. Almost got it right. He's a AAA wrestler. He was one of my favourite ones when Lucha Underground was going on. And apparently WWE have had a long-term sort of interest in him, and Meltzer assumes that that's never subsided, that they could still be interested in him at this very moment. And with their kind of slightly aggressive recruiting policy recently, you could see him in WWE soon.
Of course he could, because if he doesn't, where might he end up?
Oh.
That's got to be the only reason they're doing all this these days, isn't it? Because they've got a lot of wrestlers, perhaps too many wrestlers.
Right. I think in the case of some people, you might look at them and go, why have they got them? They don't really fit the mold, but it's just to stop, the other side from taking them. Right, King Cuerno is a strange one, because if you look at the top level of like Lucha Underground stars, the 2 most popular ones were probably Prince Puma, Ricochet, and Pentagon. And King Cuerno was like a bit of a cult favourite. He sort of got loud reactions. He was really excited to watch in the ring. As Richard Tubman mentioned upstairs, best suicide dive in the biz.
Best suicide dive in the biz, that's all he said. I was like, Richard, tell me something I don't know about King Cuerno. He said, best suicide dive in the business.
It's as straight as an arrow.
Apparently he died or something and came back to life as well.
Oh, did he? I
just haven't had the time to watch Lucha Underground, but I wish I'm going to do it one day.
I remember Phoenix dying and come, maybe more of them.
I remember seeing a dragon a few years ago.
Yeah, Drago, yeah.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah,
he turned into a real dragon.
No, he was No, we've met him. It was fine.
He wasn't a dragon then, though.
No.
I was disappointed.
He asked for my phone charger. He did. But yeah, King Cuerno, I think, he's lost his mask in AAA, but he never lost it in Lucha Underground. So if they brought him in, I wonder if they'd have him keep the mask.
Well, they could do an Andrade with him. Just take it off.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know what he looks like under the mask off the top of my head. But
Bet it looks delightful.
oh yeah, I'm sure he does. But he came out with like, because he was a hunter, that was his whole thing, and he came out with like deer antlers on like a headpiece that he wore to the ring. I don't know if they.
Shawn Michaels will like that if he goes to NXT.
Yeah, and Austin loves to talk about hunting, doesn't he? But no, I think that would be a good acquisition. I'd hope that he wouldn't end up on 205 Live, just because I think he's got a bit more personality that wouldn't get the chance to shine through on that program. I think he'd be good on NXT. But you never know. And again, this was just sort of speculation from Meltzer, but he did say there's been a long-term interest, and he assumes that interest's never dipped. It's never gone away. Ducked, dived and dodged. And finally, a new SEC filing made by WWE today revealed that Vince McMahon sold 3,204,427 shares of company stock worth around $270 million, according to Wrestling Inc.
So Vince's value has gone up a bit, because it was 3.2 billion, I think.
Okay.
Making him whatever number he was in the world richest, but now he's got a little bit more, so good for him. But it's not sticking with him, is it? It's going somewhere else straight away.
He's using it to fund Alpha Entertainment LLC, which is basically the company behind the XFL, which is set to relaunch next year. That's come around quickly.
I can't wait. I'm going to pick a team and everything and support them like I do Newcastle United.
I've already picked. You're going to wait for the nicknames to come.
Need to wait for the nicknames. Crucial.
I might just go for Dallas because it was the first American town I ever went to.
Sentimental pick.
Yeah, I guess so. Vince has apparently informed the company that he's got no current plan to sell any additional shares, so it seems like that's it. And also, quite crucially, intends to continue his role as chairman and CEO for the foreseeable future. So that should really sort of put a downer on those rumours that once the XFL set up, Triple H is going to assume control.
And everything will be fine.
Well, but apparently no, Vince is still very interested in maintaining control of WWE, which, to be honest, I'm not too surprised at, because the man's a workaholic.
Yeah, sleeps 3 or 4 hours a night apparently.
That's not sustainable.
Works all hours of the day. How does he do it at 71? Is he 71 these days or 73?
Somewhere like
70s.
that.
How did he do it at that age? I do not know.
I'm struggling in my mid-20s to do that.
Yeah.
Apparently, the shares sold represent 4.1% of the total outstanding shares of stock, so Vince still owns 28,682,948 shares of stock, which represents approximately 36.8% of the company's total shares. So he's got like, he's not got like 50% or more, but he's got a sizable chunk of WWE shares, and also 80.1% of the total voting power. I don't know how that works. I just assumed that voting power would be tied to stock. I haven't got
a clue, to be honest with you.
No. Basically, he's invested quite a lot of money to set up his American Football League. And
the XFL.
Fair play to him, you know? Let's hope it's all right. Let's hope it doesn't tank the wrestling business.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot better than the first time round. But then again, the first time round they got a hell of a bad deal, didn't they? Because they had two. I listened to the podcast the guy did. I forget his name.
Right.
Dick Eversole's son, or is it Dick Eversole himself?
I don't know.
I can't remember. They had 2 games to pick. One game was the game they went with, which was a boring game, and the other game turned out to be like the best game ever.
What?
So if they just picked that other game, it would have been fine.
Oh, in terms
drawn
of
more people in.
In terms of like to show on TV.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Ah, well.
Look at the draw.
Never mind. And finally, as you may have been aware if you were on sort of any form of social media last night, but especially Instagram, Jojo Offerman has announced her pregnancy. Jojo, of course, being the ring announcer and backstage interviewer sometimes in WWE. She hasn't been seen for a few months for, well, all they said was personal reasons. And
yeah, it was PWI. We're going with personal reasons, meaning she wasn't on the road, but now we found out what they are.
It's because she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Quite heavily pregnant as well. Like
yeah.
she
coming in June.
Apparently the
baby Kanash.
Baby Nash.
Oh, Nash.
It's Kevin Nash.
I thought it was Kanash when I first saw it, and I was like, well, that's a bit of a weird name, isn't it? But it's not, it's Nash.
Nash.
The Kevin Nash fan club reigns supreme.
Yes. She released a personal statement on her Instagram saying, "I'm so excited to announce baby Nash coming this June. This has been the most beautiful, incredible experience of my life so far. I'm so happy that I was able to use this time to enjoy this privately, but now I'm ready to share it with you all. I could not be happier." She's 25 years old. I feel like I'm doing nothing with my life.
Same here.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit older than her, believe it or not. I know I look 10 years older, but yeah, good for them.
Ross.
What was I going to say?
We're both strapping young gents.
Yes, of course we are.
How is neither of us a father by
Both
this
got fan
stage?
pages in Bangladesh on Facebook.
Apparently so.
But Bray Wyatt commented on it as well on Instagram on his shoot account.
All right.
He's got one called The Wyndham Rotunda, which is his real name, by the way. He just put hashtag Nash.
What a tease. I wonder what it could be. It's his baby. Going to be born in June. Well done, but congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to the pair.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us